MLPA goals. Goal 1 is to protect the natural diversity and abundance of marine life and the structure, function, and integrity of marine ecosystems. Goal 2 is to help sustain, conserve, and protect marine life populations, including those of economic value, and rebuild those that are depleted. Goal 3 is to improve recreational, educational, and study opportunities provided by marine ecosystems that are subject to minimal human disturbance, and to manage these uses in a manner consistent with protecting biodiversity. Goal 4 is to protect marine natural heritage, including protection of representative and unique marine life habitats in California waters for their intrinsic value. Think tide pools, think purple coral, think pinnacles, think underwater canyons. Goal number 5, to ensure that California's MPAs have clearly defined objectives, effective management measures, and adequate enforcement, and are based on sound scientific guidelines. This one's the comedy part of the evening. Goal 6 is to ensure that the MPAs are designed and managed to the extent possible as a component of a statewide network. Okay, the master plan science guidelines determine that minimum to maximum spacing are to be 31 to 62 miles apart, with consideration for duplicating key habitats. Habitat replication between 31 and 62 miles. 62 miles apart in the sub-bioregions is the farthest you can have replicants of the habitat. If you have rock here, you can only go 62 miles before you capture rock again. That's how this kind of works. Next, please. Okay, the players in this, I will give this to you in a court analogy to make it easy for you. The Blue Ribbon Task Force, these are the judges. Okay, here we are at the bottom. John, this is court. John Q. Public, me and you, defendants, plaintiffs. Okay? The DOD, the Department of Defense, and the Science Advisory Team, these are expert witnesses. The RSG, the Regional Stakeholder Group. Wendy Tochihara from Isoline, she's a regional stakeholder member. Okay? This is the jury in this process. These are the judges right here. The Blue Ribbon Task Force are the judges in this process, and that's exactly how this works. We give input, we make our cry, whatever it is. These people tell us about the process. These guys are the jury. They hear it, and they make the maps. These guys are going to decide on the maps and everything after it's all done. Next slide. Okay, this one, I thought we erased this one. Anyways, what happens is just what I explained. Here we are at the bottom, we feed in. The scientists feed in, it all goes to the Blue Ribbon Task Force. Back to the DFG, they check it for viability. They put it back to the RSG and everybody. They work on it some more. They send it back to the Blue Ribbon Task Force. Go to the Fish and Game Commission. They're going to approve it, as it were. This is in December of this year would be. Off to the Office of Administrative Law. They will actually write the laws for each of the regions and the areas. This is where they will take care of putting in the loopholes and trying to close the loopholes is what these guys do. They'll write the regulations for each single reserve that there is, each marine protected area, each state park, all of it. Then it goes to administrative and legislative support, at which point they should hear from all of you long ago that there's no money, so they shouldn't do this, because this is where the funding comes from. It won't come from the RLFF once it gets to that point. Their money stops at the gate right here. The RLFF money stops here. This is our problem. The $80 or $100 fishing license is what this gives us. And then it goes right to the DFG, and the wardens start writing us tickets.